Welcome back, dear students. In the last class, we have learned about the lesson called Three Questions. In this lesson, we learned about the three questions the king had and for which he needed the answers. But we learned the different people had given the different answers, and the king was not satisfied with the answers the different people gave. As a result, the king decided to go and meet a certain hermit, and who was widely known for his wisdom, to seek the answers for his three questions. So the king put on the ordinary clothes and went to meet the hermit. Before reaching to his hut, some place before, he left his guard and the horse and started to walk. When the hermit saw the king, and he greeted and continued his work of digging. The king went up to the hermit and said, "Dear hermit, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer three questions." And then the king explained his three questions for which he needed answers. The hermit listened to the king but did not speak anything. And the king said, "You must have been tired. Let me take the spade and work in your place." The hermit thanked the king and handed over the spade for digging. When the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his questions so that he needed the answers, but the hermit did not give any answer. After some time, he repeated the same questions, but he did not get any answers. The sun went down behind the trees, yet the last time the king stuck the spade into the ground and then said, "I come to you, wise man, for answer to my questions. If you can give no answer, tell me so, and I will return home." Suddenly, the hermit shouted, "Here comes someone running." The king turned round and saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his wounds, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. The king redressed the wound until the bleeding stopped. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The king too was tired by his walk and the work he had done, and since he was tired, he lay down on the floor and slept through the night. When the bearded man woke up, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was or who the strange bearded man lying on the bed was. Then the bearded man said with a weak voice, "Forgive me." Then the king answered, "I do not know you and have nothing to forgive you for." Then the bearded man answered, "You do not me know, but I do know. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you because you put my brother to death and seized my property. I had made my mind to kill you on your way home, but I waited a day past and you did not return. So I left my hiding place and I came upon your bodyguard. And your bodyguard recognized me and he wanted to kill me. And I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wound. I wished to kill you, but you wished to save my life. Now, if I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant." By hearing these words, the king was very happy because he had made peace with his enemy so easily, and to have won him over as a friend. As a result, he not only forgave him, but also he promised to give back the man his property too. By this time, the hermit went out for his work. The king, leaving the wounded man, he went out of the hut and looked round for the hermit. The king went up to the hermit and he asked, "For the last time I beg you to answer my questions, wise man." Then the hermit answered, "You have already been answered." Then the king was surprised. "How have I been answered?" he asked. Then the hermit replied, "Do you not see what is happening here? If you had not pitied my weaknesses yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away. If you would have gone away, then that man would have attacked you. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds, which means when you are helping others, which means when you are giving your time to others. And I was the most important person, and to do me good was your most important business. So later, when the man ran to us, the most important time was when you were caring for that person. Because if you had not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important man then, and what you did for him was your most important business." Now he is answering for these three questions. Remember then, there is only one time that is important, and that time is now. So which means the present time is most important time. So it is the most important time because it is the only time where we can act, or we have the power to act. So that is why the time now is the most important time. So the most necessary person is the person you are with at a particular moment. So that was the most necessary person. The most important business is to do that person good, because we are sent into this world for that purpose alone. So here, dear students, the most important time is the now, And the most important person is the person whom we are helping. And the most important act is the act that we are doing for that particular person. So as a result, this particular lesson, the three questions, teaches us that we need not to help for a particular time. We need not to wait to do good for a particular person. We need not to wait for a particular action. So whatever we do it better, so that we will be successful in our life, as the king seeks and finally gets the answer that whatever we do on the particular time, that makes us the important time. So these are the things that these three questions lessons teaches us. So dear students, let us cultivate such qualities in our life so that we will be successful in our life. Thank you.